There's breaking news out of New York. A federal judge there just blocked Trump's effort to punish 5 Democratic-led states, temporarily stopping the administration from freezing roughly $10 billion in federal funding for child care and social services to those states, keeping funds flowing until a lawsuit against the government can progress further. The courts are saying, this doesn't look right, sound right, smell right.
I just want to read from some of the AP reporting from earlier this week on this because it was a point of conversation with us in the break. So on Tuesday, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services said it froze money for California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, New York in the Child Care and Development Fund, which subsidizes child care for 1.3 million children from low-income families. The Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program, which provides cash assistance and job training, and the Social Services Block Grant. Alicia, I think what was interesting from this Associated Press reporting is that the letters that were sent from the government to the state said that the government has a reason to believe that each state is illicitly providing what they call illegal aliens with benefits. They did not spell out reasons for the suspicion or say why other states didn't receive similar notices.
Yeah, and they're willing to harm United States citizens over a suspicion that they are not willing to prove, a suspicion that is cruel on its face, regardless of a person's status. I thought it was interesting that the judge in his ruling, which is pretty brief, said this is going to cause operational chaos. You cannot simply handpick a few states and midstream tell them they are not getting the funding that they were promised. Yes, it is going to hurt individuals. It also makes it impossible for the government to do its job and provide the services that people rely on, Michael.
Yeah, well, look, I can tell you as a former state official, to have an unreliable partner in the federal government is not a good place to operate from. And at the end of the day, your point is the salient one that, in this relationship, which, had its moments that fraught in the past that we've seen between states and the Fed on FEMA dollars or health care dollars. But there's always this coalescence around the idea that whether it's the federal government, state government, you cannot harm children. You cannot take food out of their mouths. You cannot not educate them. You cannot provide for the families that are raising these kids. And this administration, I'm just going to be straight up on a Friday night, doesn't ever give a crap about any of that. It's all political. If you're in a blue state, you've got a target on your back, no matter. But this is the thing. They act like Republicans don't live in those same states.
They also act like they didn't campaign on affordability, Michael. I mean, it's wild to me that the only time that we have had a conversation about child care, about employment, is in the context of retribution from this administration. Simone, this was supposed to be the thing that they were going to fix day one.
Do you remember on the campaign trail when the president, then candidate Trump, said that the tariff money was going to pay for free child care in this country? And he did not provide any details. Many reporters asked a number of follow-up questions about that. He said, we've got it worked out. Wait till we get in office. He has now been in office almost a year. And the child care is still very expensive. And not only that, they're freezing. To be very clear, subsidy payments are the money that goes to the states, folks out there. So the states are fronting this money, and they're relying on the partnership, as the chairman just said, from the federal government, the promise that they have that the government will give them this money to backfill the money. So when the states don't get the money, that means that there is a gap.
The states do their job. They take care of their end of the bargain.
Yes.
The problem is the federal government, and this federal government, does not.